Hi, my name is Ben Luscombe. I'm here from Melbourne City Land Rover and Jaguar, and I'm the new car sales manager here for the Jaguar and Land Rover team. And today, in the vein of our other videos that we've been doing, we're going to present to you the top of the range, the Range Rover V8 5-litre supercharged autobiography. This car has been Land Rover's top of the range car since inception. Brought out in 1970, the Range Rover is often imitated, but it doesn't really have too many competitors in the open market. And this being a brand new 2019 spec, we see the first significant introduction of a new generation for this platform. Range Rover basically starts off with an SDV6 twin turbo, going up to a twin turbo SDV8. Then onto the petrol engines, brand new for this year, we've got the new petrol hybrid engine. We've also gone to a petrol V6 as well. And then coming into what we've got here, which is the 5-litre supercharged autobiography. So starting off in the Range Rover, we're going to start off with the headlights coming from here. One of the first big changes from the MY16s and 17s into the 19s is the introduction of the Pixel laser LED lights. You can see from this car, totally new redesign, going into more of a matrix design, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically that gives the car the ability to pick whatever light's coming through and actually isolate which headlight's going to pop up from there as well. Signature daytime running lights, brand new, obviously the diamond turn grille as well. Full surround cameras around the whole car. We still have a clamshell bonnet. Strangely, the air intake for a Range Rover is actually in the middle of the car, which actually gives the Range Rover the best ground clearance and basically air intake clearance for the entire range. So moving to the side of the car, typical Range Rover profile, big nice side slab as well. This particular vehicle's also got the 22-inch wheels, and this is in a diamond turn finish as well. Wheel sizes range anywhere from a 19 to a 20, 21 and 22s. Most Range Rovers you tend to see with a 22-inch wheels. Also, you've then got the clamshell bonnet and also the floating roof, very signature Range Rover design cues as well, and that's been consistent since 1970 until the very first one. This particular car's got the Atlas side vents. Now these side vents are purely aesthetic, but you can also get them in a satin veneer, which has been very popular for the MY19s. And if you do choose to go the full black design pack, then this will be in a gloss black with a gloss black strake down there, gloss black front 3 strakes as well, gloss black badging, gloss black grills as well. The idea for the floating roof is to make a car of this size seem lower and smaller. And by having that consistent black around the panels, which is kind of accentuated on this one with the full privacy glass as well, it gives the vision, the ideal from the outside that the car's actually smaller, which does a lot to kind of alleviate some of the size of the car. Being a Range Rover, it is the big daddy, it is a bigger car as well. So moving into the back of the car, full LED rear lights, it's going to be a big change as well. You've got the really cool projection. Being a Range Rover, full split tailgate. So just between the E and the R. Still get your single piece coming up from here, and then you still get your bottom one coming down. One single press, and that just literally pops straight down as well. 250 kilos that'll take, which is pretty cool. And it's full plush carpet all around the inside as well. Rear seat controls can also come from here as well. So basically, fog one down, just push button from there. Okay, so let's jump inside and let's have a look at the number one part of this car, the absolutely amazing cabin. Inside of Range Rover Autobiography, it is going to be a different level of luxury, comfort and sophistication. And we're going to come inside, we're going to talk through some of the technology and kind of go through some of the amazing details that some of these cars have got as well. So we're going to start off with the main touchscreen. In the Range Rover Autobiography and all the Range Rovers, you do have the 3 main touchscreens. However, the one you've got here, this is going to be the main functionality. Starting on the left-hand side, you can have your navigation, massive upgrade as well into this system with the Duo Touch Pro. You can pinch, you can move it all around as well. One of the big moves with this car as well is the internet connectivity side of it. So you can either tether it to your phone or you can use your in-car vehicle SIM card, and this will go completely live, showing traffic updates, roadworks and everything coming through there. Most importantly, it's got all the speed cameras in there as well, which can be painful. Moving back from here, you can actually then log into your own account. Once you've created your own account, the vehicle will actually memorize your driving. It'll turn onto your commute, so it'll say, do you want to go to work? Do you want to go to home? Do you want to go to the football club? Vice versa from there. Moving back to the menu, nice and easy. Put it straight in from here, press the button straight up here, and it literally just becomes like an internet search engine as well. The speed's actually really fast as well. It will now be a lot more reactive. And bam, go straight through from there as well. Nice and quick. Moving back from here, from the nav, we bring it straight back across to the media. Being a Range Rover, now we're into the bigger sound system. So this is the 825 Meridian surround sound system. You can also go to a 23 speaker, 1700 watt sound system into this car as well by selecting the entertainment pack. From here, all your different functions are from here. Radio, obviously you've got digital radio standard, digital television in the front of the vehicle as well, and your full media library. You can also option in rear DVD screens into this car with the 10.2-inch system as well. Coming back from here, nice and easy to control, to search your radio stations, which will just bring it straight up from here. One of the cool functionalities on this car is if once we've got our audio going, if we move down to the bottom screen now, by pressing this button here, you can also bring up your radio functions from here as well. So you've actually got dual functionality coming down from here. Moving back up to the top screen, by bringing it across, our phone, obviously pair it with your Bluetooth. But now we come into our second page. Eco data will actually show you your energy impact, show you how fuel efficient you've been driving the car as well. Also gives you a detailed breakdown in your history as well, basically what your fuel consumption's like. By coming back again, got in-control apps, which you can launch via the USB mode. You've now got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard on the 18 and 19 model year Range Rovers, moving into 20 Range Rover. For those who like getting our car valet parked, you've now got your full valet mode as well. You enter in your own PIN, then valet mode will double deadlock both of the glove boxes, and it won't show any of your recent addresses, any of your home address, or where you've been in the navigation system as well. Okay. By coming back as well, you now have a full web browser, so once the car's internet connected, you can log in, literally use this as a web browser as well. So this is basically a computer sitting in front of you. Live services, which is the next button across here, that'll manage your traffic and show what you want to have coming up in that feed as well. Where we start getting to the next level with the Range Rover are your seat controls. The rear seats in this car can be completely configured from the front. So for example, say we're sitting here, we've got something loading in, and we want to have this seat here folded. Press it from there. Notice that'll also now move the front seat forward, so you don't have to worry about getting crushed or anything like that in there. And now the whole rear seat will come folding through there. Pretty cool. You can always literally cancel it from the press of a button. Moving back across, nice and easy. Contacts, pretty straightforward. Voice control, pretty straightforward as well. Bluetooth controls. Where we start getting some of the really cool designs though is the ambient lighting. From here, you have 3 separate zones. And as you can see from here, you've got an absolutely amazing array of colors as well. You can, if you want to go with a bit of a lighter blue or orange as well, you'll have the pinstriping in around the door trims as well. You'll also have striping around the center console, and the little ambient lighting which above, which we'll show you in a minute, that'll also change through there as well. By having this level of customization, really makes the environment a really nice place to be in as well. Come across over here, the off-road information. Range Rover, although it's our most luxurious car, it's actually our most capable off-road vehicle as well. And you've got a few different ways you can use it as well. Off-road information will give you a detailed breakdown when you're going off-road of what information you need as well. What we have going on here, it's going to let us know what our center locking diff, which is standard on the vehicle, is doing. It also shows little buttons through here what our air suspension is doing. By pressing this button here, it shows our slope angle, basically obviously approach and departure. We can also roll it to a compass as well, shows our altitude and our longitude and latitude points. And by pressing this button here, this is your terrain response. Now, this particular vehicle's got terrain response too, so it has the fully automatic feature. So as you're driving, it'll automatically sense what terrain you're driving onto and adjust the car, basically to whatever it feels. What you can do though, just jump into here, we're going to press down the terrain response button now. And we're going to take it back a bit, and we're going to go back to our car setup. Automatically, it shows that I've gone into grass, gravel, snow, and it's going to ask if we want to activate low traction launch. Low traction launch is ideal for boat ramps, parking in the snow where the road might be a bit slippery and you're on a bit of an angle as well. And to activate it, literally just press yes, and it's like a super high grip takeoff. We're not going to activate it from here, no. I'm just going to go through from here. We'll go mud and ruts. We can basically change our different things coming through here. Another amazing tool when you're going off-road, making full use of the surround cameras in the car, is this full driver assist. So this will give us the front camera going on, the 2 left and right side cameras as well, and also in the top left, you'll also now see what's happening with our reticulation, what gear we're in, and what our center diff's doing as well. Pretty amazing technology for the Range Rover for a car of this size and this level of luxury as well. So now we're going to move down to the second screen, and this screen, by spending a little bit of time understanding, you'll actually get a lot more functionality from it as well. Top screen is going to be the main one you're going to use for your audio and everything, but you'll start seeing how you can really get these 3 screens to interact with each other as well. So, how are we going to use the bottom screen? Climate control is going to be the most common one, okay? And by hitting the climate button up here, we're going to have your full setup from here. This is where a fair bit's going on. So, being a Range Rover, 4-zone climate control is now going to be standard, okay? You've got left and right zones, and just through using these graphics, this is where you can pick where you want the air ventilation to blow onto as well. We'll just keep it onto auto for now. From the front, you can now go to the back, and this is now when you can completely control it for the back and put them onto auto. People in the back seats, which we'll have a look at in a minute, as you can see, you've obviously got full controls coming from there. AC, you've got a heated windscreen in this car, so you've obviously got defreezing, rear demister, recirculation, and your fan speed. But let's go back into your climate to the front. You'll now see this little icon down here. And this is a pretty cool feature, especially for those that get hay fever. Range Rover have an obsession with air quality control in their cars. This is what we call cabin air ionization. And what it does is it fires magnetized particles straight out of these little center consoles from here into the air and actually captures around the dust molecules and actually drops them to the floor, so you have less dust particles inside the car. Very good for those who do like a country drive, and very good for those who get hay fever as well. We've seen a massive take up in this option. Now it's starting to come across the range. Moving into our seats, and this is where the Range Rover is amazing. The seats for an MY19 and an MY20, they've been completely redesigned. They're now softer, they're wider, and they're definitely more cushioned as well. Another part of the big side of the comfort is not only do you obviously have heated seats, so by now pressing onto the seats function, this button here, so we can now go heated. We can isolate the zone that we want to be heated, so just the back or just underneath. We've also gone to the full cooled seats as well. Going into the next part, you've now got your massage function. So from here you can adjust how intense you want it to be, but now by basically hitting the combination button, we can choose combinations, bit of both, pulse duo, we can have the wave, we can have it any different way we want. One of the other cool functions is you've got an automatic massage feature. So as you're driving 10 minutes into your drive, massage will just start. Nice and easy, just turn it straight off from there. And that's gonna go for left and right hand side as well. So being an autobiography, this is when some of the features do get quite exquisite and quite outrageous. The sunblind, it's now gonna be full gesture sunblind control as well. So literally one swipe, sunblind's gonna pop open as well. The leather is semi-aniline leather, so it's some of the softest you're going to see in a motor car, especially out there, and it's the softest Range Rover actually make. The headrests are now going to be fully winged as well, so basically for the ultimate in comfort. Your seat designs, which we'll go through as well, this is going to be a 24-way by 24-way design, so getting comfortable in this car is going to be very easy. So moving into the next most comfortable position besides the driver's seat, we're going to be coming to the back seats. Again, nice big thick semi-aniline seats. Also the ability to have 2 child seats and the adult sitting in the middle of the car as well. So I need a little bit of extra legroom. All my seat adjustments are all from here as well. I can move my seat forward, I can recline it back as well. One of the coolest functions is I can press this button here, which now gives me complete control over the passenger seat. And I can move that away basically to get myself as much legroom and everything as I want. In the back here as well, I can move it back. I've also got memory seat function, and even your headrests are going to be completely electronically controlled. So thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video, going through our pinnacle of our product. They're amazing cars, they really are. Some of the detail and some of the levels of luxury that are on these cars, you know, we probably take for granted, but they're absolutely amazing. We have a really good amount of stock coming through towards the end of the year as well. Some really beautiful color combinations as well, a lot of black on tan, a lot of black on ivory, a lot of white on black as well. It's always a classic. Come down to the team, feel free, and hopefully we can help you out soon. Thanks very much.